Hello everyone, this is Ashley Jamerson coming to you from Ashley Lambert Realty, and this is video 2 of my Get Your Credit Straight series. And today I'm going to be discussing letters of explanation, what they are, why you need them, why the lender is asking for them, and discuss the basic elements that should be included in your letter of explanation. First and foremost, if your lender requests a letter of explanation over a couple of items that they discover on your credit report, do not be stressed out, do not be scared. This is very, very common. The top 3 reasons why a lender will basically ask you for a letter of explanation is, of course, any discrepancies, late payments, defaults on your credit report. They can also ask you questions about your employment, if there's any gaps in employment, if you changed fields completely, like if you went from being a doctor to being a gardener. They want to know what's going on. They want to know of any previous addresses. They want to make sure that all the addresses listed on your credit report are in fact yours. Typically, if your identity has been stolen, the previous addresses or the addresses listed on your credit report will be the first indicator that something fishy is going on. One thing to keep in mind is that if a lender is asking you for a letter of explanation or more details surrounding a specific situation that they discover, they want to know not only like what happened and why and how did you fix it and things like that, but they want to know if it was a complete disregard for the fact that you owe that debt, or if you were financially unable to pay that debt, or if it was due to some type of extenuating circumstance. Now, an extenuating circumstance can definitely be very stressful on your finances, especially when you get things together and you want to buy a home later on. Extenuating circumstances could be obviously a loss of job, separation, divorce, hospitalization, if you break a limb and your job is dependent on you being physical. So those are things that they will definitely consider, and you would want to mention those in your letter of explanation. Now, if it's something dealing with a death, divorce, separation, hospitalization, you will need to provide some type of supporting documents. And whatever type of supporting documents you feel comfortable giving, especially when it comes to medical, but you want to have something that says, this is what it was, this is the date that it occurred, it lines up with what's on my credit report that you see, and this is the money from my savings, or this is the money I saved up to resolve this situation, and it'll never happen again because I have the savings account, I'm healthy now, I'm back to work, something like that. Very quick, very simple, super summarized. They're not asking for a life story at all. They just want to know the basic questions, and they want to make sure that you are a good borrower for their bank. Other reasons that a lender may ask for a letter of explanation is if you had a huge deposit into your account. They want to know if that was a loan. They want to know where the money came from. Do you have a second job? Sugar daddy or sugar mama funds cannot be included or rolled into your home buying plans, unfortunately for some. They'll also ask a letter of explanation when it comes to late rent or previous mortgage payments, as well as any information involving past bankruptcies or foreclosures. The biggest point that I try to make with borrowers who cannot get over the hurdle when it comes to writing a letter of explanation is to not be stubborn. You are asking the bank for money, it's not the other way around, and they're asking questions to make sure that you are a viable source for their funds. So when it comes to the structure of the letter, you definitely want it to be in a business format. You want to address the letter to the lender or the underwriter, whoever your lender asks you to address it to. You want to include your name and your current address. And in that letter, you want to have what happened, again, the dates, the amount, how it was resolved. You don't want to brush the blame off on someone else. You definitely want to take blame because this is your debt or your issue that you are explaining. You want to include any supporting documents such as medical bills, savings accounts that you have now to help provide a cushion for unforeseen issues, death certificates, birth certificates, divorce, separation documents, and last but not least, your signature. Again, keep it simple. The worst they can say is no, and then you have some time to better prepare for home ownership in the future. But get the letter of explanations in as soon as possible. Your lender and your realtor will definitely help you prepared these letters, and they'll look over these letters before they are submitted onto underwriting for consideration by the bank. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the information I went over today, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. All of my information will be in the comments below. I will also have a link to the previous video, part 1, in the description, as well as all of my contact information and a great resource for boosting your credit this year. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.